France has upped the stakes in its war of words with Britain over migrants illegally trying to cross the English Channel to the UK, by demanding the £54 million it says it has been promised to stop them doing so. And French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin has also sought to pin the blame on London by telling Boris Johnson Britain needs to make itself less attractive to people who lack the necessary credentials. Mr. Darmanin, speaking during a visit to the northern port of Dunkirk, said migratory pressure was returning after COVID, stressing that France, led by President Emmanuel Macron, had increased its efforts to stop it. French maritime authorities were now preventing 75% of migrant boats from crossing the 30-mile channel which separates England from France, Mr. Darmanin stressed. However, he said it would be possible to reach 100% if the UK paid the £54 million which was pledged at a meeting in July. The money is intended to bankroll France's plan to double the number of police patrolling French beaches. Mr. Darmanin told journalists, for now, not €1 has been paid. We are asking the British to keep their promises of financing because we are holding the border for them. Mr. Darmanin also said Britain needed to take steps to reduce its attractiveness to migrants, without explaining what he meant. He added, "We are speaking of human beings. There are children, babies who are taking these boats, who are risking their lives. There are people who die in the channel. I don't want them to be hostage to political debates." Mr. Darmanin also said more coordination with other European Union countries was required, pointing out that half of the migrants trying to cross from France to Britain came into his country from neighbouring Belgium. French authorities arrested 120 migrant traffickers and detained 4,000 people attempting to cross the Belgium-France border last month, twice the number arrested in August, he said. Home Secretary Priti Patel has indicated her willingness to withhold the cash if France does not do more to prevent crossings. Migrants have a long history of travelling to northern France in a bid to get to Britain, either stowing away on lorries bound for the UK, or travelling in flimsy dinghies and other small vessels in hazardous trips arranged by people smugglers. More than 17,000 people have already made the crossing this year, with one man dying in the attempt last month, according to the French authorities. In the last 2 days alone, French authorities have rescued 130 migrants. Human Rights Watch this week published a report condemning the treatment of migrants in the Calais area by French police, where it said they were subjected to daily harassment and humiliation. Speaking on Sky News Today, Shadow Home Secretary Nick Thomas Simmons urged Ms. Patel to come clean over her strategy to tackle small boat crossings. The Labour MP explained, "The Home Secretary needs to come clean because every single person risking their lives in that dangerous sea crossing of the English Channel is one too many." Mr. Thomas Simmons said the fact that more than 1,100 people crossed to the UK in just 2 days across Friday and Saturday shows withholding money from France clearly isn't working. He added, "I've always thought the Home Secretary needed to take a different approach. Whilst of course the patrols at the coast preventing people getting out onto the water and risking their lives is hugely important, of course it is, what I fear the Home Secretary misses is the fact that nobody becomes a refugee in northern France. We need to be tackling the people smugglers and these vile criminal gangs further away from the coast as well.